The Galar starters are actually a solid group when it comes to competitive Pokemon. Well, 2 of the 3 at least. While Inteleon isn't amazing, Cinderace and Rillaboom have seen great success, mainly because of their 2 hidden abilities being Libero and Grassy Surge respectively. Now imagine if all 3 of these Pokemon got new Mega Evolutions and had 3 additional abilities. Well, in Elite Redux, this is now a reality. Using the designs of their Gmax forms, all of the Galar starters have new Mega forms. How much better are they now, and are they the best starter trio in the game? Rillaboom is probably considered the best of the 3 starters, at least from the official VGC format. Well, its Mega form only increases its power further. No additional typing added, as it remains a pure grass type, which is a bit unfortunate given all of its weaknesses, but it's bulky enough to deal with it. Mega Rillaboom's base stat total sits at 635 and now has its attack raised from 125 to 150, with its speed lowering from 85 to 65. Both of its defenses are over 105, and with 100 HP, it isn't a glass cannon by any means. Its combination of abilities make it even bulkier than it seems. While it technically loses its great Grassy Surge ability, the base form still has it, so it will still have Grassy Terrain set when it Mega Evolves, unless in Permanent Mega Mode. Having Grassy Terrain up will automatically activate Grass Pelt, one of its choice abilities. Grass Pelt will increase its defense by 50% in Grassy Terrain, making it extremely difficult to one-shot, giving it a chance to set up Creeping Thorns, which is Grass Stealth Rocks, or set up Swords Dance. Doubling its attack will threaten any team with its priority Stab Grassy Glides. Its innate ability, Higher Rank, actually boosts the power of all priority moves by 20%, so Grassy Glide is even stronger. The only other priority move it gets is Fake Out, which can be really helpful, especially in doubles. Simply shutting off Grassy Terrain to stop it will only be temporary, as it has the ability Seed Sower, which will not only set Grassy Terrain when hit, but will also heal the entire party's status conditions. If you don't care about its defenses as much, and would rather focus on damage, you could run the new Rhythmic ability. Moves will deal 10% more damage for each repeated use. Most of the time it will just be spamming Grassy Glide anyway, so this is actually a really good ability for it, and can quickly snowball into a massive problem. There's no indication of a limit on how high this goes, however. Somehow, this isn't even the last boost Grassy Glide gets. Like all other grass starter Pokemon with Mega Evolutions, Mega Rillaboom has the Forest Rage ability, increasing the power of all grass moves by 30% or by 80% when at 1/3 HP. So in total, Grassy Glide will get a 30% boost from Grassy Terrain, 20% boost from Higher Rank, 50% from Stab, and up to an 80% boost from Forest Rage, and an additional 10% from Rhythmic with each repeated use. That's an insane amount of multipliers for a priority move, and it really helps it sweep. Long Reach is another ability you can give it to give some of its moves more power and protect it from Flame Body burns. Any non-contact physical move like Drum Beating, Rock Slide, or Frenzy Plant will all get a 20% boost. Mega Rillaboom is literally just Rillaboom 2.0 and is actually a great Mega to use. Its speed can be a little bit of an issue, but you'll probably be spamming Grassy Glide most of the time anyway. Inteleon is considered the worst of the 3 Galar starters, and it makes sense because its hidden ability isn't as great as the others. Well, that, and it's by far the ugliest final evolution of the 3. Its Gmax form isn't bad though, so I'm glad it was reused for the Mega Evolution. The pure water type Mega Inteleon just takes its best stats and makes them even better, going from 125 special attack to 150 and 120 speed to 145. Its defenses are still horrible, so it's just a glass cannon. Not necessarily a bad thing though, because it does its job very well. With the new ability Deadeye, its moves will never miss. And it has some incredibly powerful low accuracy moves like Zap Cannon, which will always paralyze, Blizzard, Focus Blast, and Stab Hydro Pump. But that's not all. Deadeye will also hit the lower of a Pokemon's defenses with cannon-based moves. Basically any move that gets boosted by Mega Launcher. You can't stick a special wall in front of it and think you're safe. A move like Snipe Shot, with its high crit ratio, will go right through that. And crits are a big part of its game. It still retains its sniper ability, giving critical hits 125% more power versus the regular 50%. Crits go right through any stat buff, so there's no hiding. After 2 knockouts, pretty much every move Mega Inteleon uses will crit, thanks to Pretentious raising its crit ratio each time it takes a Pokemon out. If you need more speed, but are afraid of sacrificing power, you can run the Terminal Velocity ability, which will use 20% of its speed stat to calculate damage from special moves, meaning you can invest more in speed while still keeping its attack power high. Just like how Rillaboom has the special ability for all grass starter megas, Inteleon gets the water version, Riptide, increasing the power of all water moves by 30%, making even a simple move like Priority Water Gun even better. Riptide could boost it up to 80%, but let's be real, a Pokemon like this isn't living more than one hit most of the time. Mega Inteleon actually has a decent attack stat of 125. For some reason, if you wanted to run a physical set, Super Luck might be the best ability to run, giving all moves +1 to their crit rate, which will hopefully make up for the lower stat. It has some solid physical moves like Fell Stinger, Sucker Punch, Zing Zap, and Aqua Cutter. A physical set could do some serious work surprisingly. Mega Inteleon's power is pretty incredible, especially with all the critical hits it can throw around. Priority moves and focus sashes are the only thing that can really stop it, so you gotta watch out for those, otherwise it can tear through teams easily. Clearly, Inteleon was tired of being in 3rd place. Cinderace was basically just the physical version of Inteleon, and when it got its hidden ability, it was basically the fire-type Greninja, and it was very good. Its new Mega form, again like Inteleon, increases its best stats. Just like the other two, it stays its original typing, now with 145 in attack instead of 120, and 140 in speed instead of 120. Mega Cinderace is a sweeper, but with at least 80 in both defenses, it has at least opportunities to survive hits. Luckily, this Pokemon is amazing at avoiding big ones. Keeping its hidden ability, Libero, can help it do just that. Libero will change Cinderace's typing before it uses a move to the typing of that move, helping it survive against rock-type attacks by using moves like High Horsepower to make it a ground type, or Sucker Punch to help it avoid psychic-type attacks entirely. Being smart with this can keep it alive against Pokemon that happen to outspeed it, or that are going to take more than one turn to take out. Of course, its defense isn't the only thing that benefits from Libero, since every move now gets Stab, and you'll want to use the variety of different kicking moves it gets because of its ability Striker, boosting all kick moves by 30%. Mega Kick, Triple Kick, and yes, its signature move Pyro Ball all get boosted. Double Kick is also a good option if a Pokemon has a Focus Sash. It even has access to High Jump Kick as well, and giving it the Deadeye ability like Inteleon will ensure that none of these moves miss. You would hate to miss out on the huge boost that its ability Hellblaze gives to all of its fire moves if its HP gets low enough, handing out 234 base power blast burns left and right. If you're worried about a Pokemon with Sturdy or Flash Fire or Levitate, it can run the ability Turbo Blaze, which will just ignore those abilities so it can keep sweeping. Pokemon with Scare or Intimidate need to be very careful since it can run the Defiant ability, raising its attack stat by 2 if any of its stats get lowered. The last thing you want to do is power it up even more. Mega Cinderace is a pretty straightforward sweeper at the end of the day, but truthfully, I see no reason to use this over Mega Blaziken, who also has Striker, has Speed Boost, and hits much harder. Cinderace is definitely the most disappointing of these three. In terms of Mega Starter Trios, these really aren't bad. Are they the best? Definitely not. They do their job, but none of them are really game breaking. But you let me know what you think of these new Galar Mega Evolutions. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Big shout out to all the members, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.